screen first, I would like to share a couple of things before we dive into the main topic of today's webinar. Shraddha, can you tell me if my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's visible
Okay,
now.
super, super. And there goes my presentation is gone. I really must get rid of this iPad. Screen still visible, Shraddha?
Yes, sir.
Good. So before we start the presentation, the webinar for today, I wanted to give all of you gentlemen and ladies a little bit of update on what has been happening in the Inecom group over the last 2 years. You all know that the Indian entity has been set up as a joint venture with Inecom Singapore way back in 2006. Most of the information on the slide is historical, all of you know about it, except the last 2 lines, which is in bold. In addition to Business One, we got ourselves certified on SAP's bigger ERP product, which is meant for the mid-market, which is the S/4HANA public cloud. And this was done both in India and the UAE. Plus, if you can see the logo to the left of the Inecom logo on the top, Linked World, this is a mid-market alliance created by 6 SAP Business One partners of the world. One from South America, one from North America, one from Europe, one from Africa and Middle East, one from Greater China, and one from Asia. Inecom is the Asian representative of Linked World. This is a company, an alliance created with an intention of... Shraddha, can we mute everybody? This is an alliance created to make sure that if there is a multinational wanting to roll out across the globe, then one of the Linked World members would be present to help him implement the solution in that country. Today, Linked World is present in approximately 35 countries. Right, so we were a Business One partner. We are now also an SAP S/4HANA public cloud partner. Another event that happened in February last year was that Inecom Singapore was sold, and the shares of Inecom Singapore was acquired by Indian partners, and therefore Inecom India is now a 100% Indian company with a wholly owned subsidiary in Dubai. The sale of Inecom Singapore also meant that some of the add-ons, especially for manufacturing, were not available to us for further resale. There is no issue with the existing installation. They will continue to be supported, though I doubt that they will be enhanced, but the support will continue. What that meant was that we had to align ourselves with certain other companies to be able to offer extended solutions to Business One, particularly in the space of manufacturing. So the last 1 year, we have made these 2 new alliances. Boyum IT, the Danish company, it is SAP's #1 ISV. ISV stands for Independent Software Vendor. They only develop extensions for Business One. There are a few products of Boyum IT that we have specialized in. One is an advanced warehouse management system with barcode and handle terminals. Another is a very low-cost, simple barcoding solution with handle terminals that tracks inventory movement. And the third is a top-notch production planning and finite capacity planning solution from Boyum IT called Netronic. There was a webinar held on this a few weeks back. Now let's come down to the main topic of today's webinar, which is MyWave. MyWave is a company headquartered in New Zealand. It is SAP's preferred partner for AI solutions for Business One. The company was set up by Geraldine McBride, a former president of SAP. Inecom has partnered with MyWave over the last 10 months, and we have worked very closely in developing a particular AI solution, which is the highlight of today's presentation, called the bank statement processing wave. But before we dive into bank statement processing, there are a number of other waves that are available from MyWave, and we would like to walk you through some of them before presenting the highlight solution of today, which is the bank statement processing. So Tushar is here with me. He's the main presenter. Tushar, most of you probably know him for many, many years. He has been leading Inecom's technology roadmap, whether it was the Business One integration framework 15 years ago, whether it was the Cloud Control Center for public cloud hosting for Business One on HANA, later BTP, and now AI. So I'm very happy to share the stage with Tushar. Tushar, it's all yours now.
Yes. Thanks, sir. Thanks. Hi, everyone. So I'm sharing my screen. With the waves, for example.
And while Tushar is getting organized, I'm pleased to inform you that a couple of members from MyWave are also on this particular presentation. So if you have any generic questions on MyWave, Steve is here with us, and I'm sure he'll be happy to take the questions.
Yeah, hi everyone. I hope you are able to see my screen. So MyWave.
My screen.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead. I can see now.
Okay, yeah. Hi everyone. So if you can see there the list of the waves which is in the MyWave, which is developed by the MyWave team, and some of our if you can see the efficiency score as well in the against each and every wave, which is say how much is helpful for you to use this wave in your organization. So for example, there are some multi POSO, multi sales order, multi PO sales order converter, then customer email to sales order. Then you can also create customer visit report, which is the fourth one. Then in the business partner management catalog, you can create the activity from the wave itself. Then on the operation, from the operation and manufacturing, if you can see there are minimum inventory optimization, bill of material creation. And then on finance and banking, which is the for today's demo for bank reconciliation, bank statement processing. And also if you can see in the knowledge and document management, find my documents, it will find from within the SAP Business One database and compare it with the agreements, with the existing agreements and everything. On customer service, you can see you can also create the service code directly from the web as well. So there are some views, there are a lot of webs which we can use for our organization for the betterment of our organization go forward with the AI information AI tool. So I'll start the demo for a couple of for the video for PO to SO, and then we'll jump for the actual one, which is the bank statement live demo. So for example, if you can see my screen, this is the way for if you receive, for many organizations are receiving the purchase order in the PDF file from your customers, and so now the users copy paste the information from the purchase order or typing the manually and create the sales order in SAP Business One. So it will take time for the users as well, and sometimes it's the human error as well. So now if you can upload the PDF file in the web, and it will create the sales order in the SAP Business One. So for example, if I can say that I want to create a sales order, you can type it or you can also select from the below waves, if you can see. So I type it that I want to create a sales order from purchase order. And now it's asking me for that select the purchase order which you receive from your customer. So it will, in the backend, it will use the LLM process. It will convert entire information like the item information in the purchase order file. So if you can see here, it will convert in the right hand side, you can see the PDF file as well, which is the PO which I received from the customer. And in the left, in the middle, you can see the item is came here like printed paper. The second, which is the second hand quantity, unit price. And also you can modify this as well. If you want to add another item or if you want to remove any item from this existing, you can also edit this one. And you can also edit the quantity and price as well. So if you can see, it will copy everything, including the comments, which is we receive on the purchase order. But I said I just want to see is the none. So now it will ask me for the for which customer you want to create this one. So I said I want to create for Star Company. So then it will create the sales order in SAP Business One with for the Star Company. If you can see, the sales order has been created with the doc entry, which is in the backend, and doc number is 989. So it's created successfully in the SAP Business One within a few seconds. So user don't have to create manually, like copy paste or typing manually into the SAP Business One. So this is the one of the web which is in this MyWave catalog. Then you can also for example, if you are not receiving the PDF file, but you are receiving the email from the customer that please this is the item I want to order from you, and this is the quantity and the price. So even you can copy paste your email body into the web and it will create the sales order into the SAP Business One. So for example, I say this is the email I received from one of the customer, and if you can see, he said that please find the below purchase order request, the 3 assembles construction and 4 piece of mega blocks with the item code. So they put it in the email body and the wave is identified. So you can also see in the left hand side, the customer name is came. And here you can see the confidence score as well. Based on the customers, it will give you that which customer is this one. So based on the confidence score, you can also select which is the correct customer as well. So I select the customer, which is the 100%. Then I said continue. And if you can see that item description is item information scheme is assemble deconstruction and piece of mega blocks, which with the quantity and the unit price. And I just type it like as a comment. It will create the sales order into the SAP Business One. So if you can see, the sales order has been created successfully with the doc entry number 129 and doc numbers 240306. And also it will ask you that if you want to create another sales order, if you say yes, it will ask again that please enter the input the email or select the PDF file. But I said no and thanks. So same you can do for the for quotation as well, that if you receive the quotation from the one of your customer that I want the quotation from your side. So you can also paste the email here in the body and it will create the sales quotation into the SAP Business One. So there are a lot of waves which I show you in that PowerPoint slide, that service call creation, activity creation. So there are a lot of waves which we can use for our organization with the AI, MyWave AI help. So here, if you can see the item code, item description, and everything has been copied from the email body. And it will create the sales quotation into the SAP Business One. So if you can see, it is created successfully, the sales quotation and even if you want to send the email to the customer that the quotation has been created in SAP in our organization in SAP Business One, and it will send the email to the customer like Star Company Limited and send the email as well with the attachment. So this is the waves. Now I'll go back to the main waves, which is for today's showcase, which is for bank statement.
Tushar, sorry, I have a question. Can I ask now or should I leave it for later?
So can we do it after the bank statement if it's fine with you?
Sure.
After the yeah. So I hope you are able to see my screen. This is the web client. I hope you know about the web client. This is the new tool which is given by the SAP Business One. So the MyWave, it works only with the web client. Okay, both SQL and HANA. Okay, so for example, if I go extension is the similar like in SAP Business One we are using add-ons, right? So in MyWave we call as the extension. So I'll click on the MyWave web extension. So it will give me the list, and so for example I select the database, that for which database, and I asking me directly because I have only one way as of now. So bank statement with the reconciliation. Okay, so I'll select the statement file. For example, I'm selecting the HDFC Bank statement April 2024. Okay, so now what the way will do, it will through LLM, it will read all the data like the bank information, then each and every transaction like with the debit and credit column, cumulative balance, everything will be read from with the LLM, and it will give us the output in a tabular format, so it will be understood. So yeah, it's came within a few seconds, if you can see. So in the right hand side you can see the bank statement as well, and if you are not able to see in the proper way, so I'll open for example for you in the, so this is the bank statement which we upload now. Okay, go, yeah, this is the bank statement which we upload. Okay, and you can see it from here as well, but I say I don't want to see the, if you can see in the PDF viewer in the left hand side, I said I don't want to see it now, so I disable the PDF viewer. And now, so if you can see the
Tushar,
all the information.
Tushar, just show the bank statement again, please. The PDF file again. Let it be absorbed for a few seconds.
Okay.
So you see the first transaction here is a receipt from Pitker Ortho Tools, one of our oldest customers. The second transaction is another receipt from Champion Commercial, another very old customer. Then there are some GST payments, non-customer, non-vendor transactions. And then we have payments to SAP. So there are customer receipts, vendor payments, and non-customer, non-vendor transactions as well. For example, GST payments, and there would be other like bank interest, bank charges. Sorry, Tushar, all yours. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. So if you can see the, for example, the first one is the SH Pitker Ortho Tools with the some reference number, the credit amount, and the cumulative balance. So if I go to the web, it's copy the same SH Pitker Ortho Tools reference number, the credit amount 85363 balance. Okay. So here I'll select the HDFC Bank. Yeah, because see, like in the organization we have multiple banks, right? That we are dealing with the banks. So for this database, we have three banks: ENBD Bank, HDFC Bank, and SBI Bank. And I upload the HDFC Bank statement. So I said the HDFC Bank statement. Select the currency, which is the INR. Okay. So if you can see now, this one type is the BP. Okay. Because I want to create the sales quotation against the customer, and so BP, and here if I type only few character. So if you can see, I type only PIT, so it will come as the SH Pitkar Ortho Tools Private Limited. Okay. And the next one is asking me for the document number, that against which invoice you want to create the incoming payment. So here it will give me the list of 3 documents: incoming, in sales invoice, down payment request or down payment invoice, and the credit note against this customer. So I said this is the invoice which I selected, which I created for this payment. So, and if you can see, my status has been changed from changed to ready for posting. So now I'll select the next transaction, which is the champion commercial.
Tushar, go slow.
Says
Maybe it's a lag on my side, but you're speaking ahead of what is happening on the screen. So just go a little slowly.
Okay. So if you can see the second customer, which is the champion commercial India Inecom technology, champion commercial. So the credit amount is 2080. I said I want to create against the BP, and here if I type only champion CHA, so it will give me the list of all the customers which has a customer name with in the customer names that should be CHA. So all the list they have give me for the option that which one I have to select. So now if I go here, 1 minute. If you can see, now you can see I have three transactions against this customer. 2 are invoices, 1 is the down payment. And if you can see the third one, the DP, so we also give the identification that this transaction is the down payment invoice or the invoice with the invoice number, which is, for example, 20250071 is my invoice number. And in the bracket, 2000 is my invoice amount. Okay. So I selected the invoice for this one. Now, if I go to the third one, which is the GST bank reference number, and this is the GL payment which I paid to as a GST. So if you can see, the amount is in debit column. So it will create the outgoing payment from the wave itself. It will identify automatically if it is debit, that it will create the outgoing payment. If it is the credit, it will create the incoming payment. Okay. So for example, here I said that I want to create as the this is the GL. Okay. So here in the GL and BP, I said this is the GST paid. Okay. And if you can see, it also asked me for the currency here. So you know that in SAP Business One, we have some GL which is set as the all currency. So sometime we are receive or send the money in the different currency as well. So we can use the currency as well. That, for example, for this transaction I paid in the INR. So that is fine because I already selected the INR. But you can also select the INR, or if you can ignore this one. But for example, if you send that money in the different currency like in AED or USD, so you have to select the currency and put the rate. So this is INR. This is fine with me. So now I'll go for the next one, which is for example, line number 9, which is SBI Pay. If you can see here, and here also the GL account. Okay. And now I also selected here the account that this is for professional tax I paid. Yeah, if you can see, I just typed PR of, it will give me the list of all the GL accounts. So this is the professional tax. Then I'll select another transaction which is on the second page. So if you can see here, I have option that you want to see the per page 10 transaction, 20 transaction, or 50 transaction. So I said I want to see only 10 transaction per page per screen. Okay, so I can go to the next one. Okay, and here I'll select the, for example, the 14 number line, which I received the interest from the bank. You can see INT. So I receive, for example, 11,321.05. Okay. So
Tushar, one
here
second.
I'll select the.
My screen is frozen. Are others able to see? Shraddha, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Screen is
Please carry
visible.
on.
Yes.
Please carry on. Please carry on. I'll log out and join again.
Okay. Okay. I selected the GL that I want to create this entry against the GL. Okay. This is against the interest on the income. So I'll just type, for example, interest. You can see the 744 times 0, which is the interest income, which is the correct GL for this entry. Now, for example, I'll select another transaction, which is again, I'll go for the third page. Okay. Because we also want to create for each and every page. So it will be you can also, for example, line number 23rd, where I received the payment from Eurostar Engineering Private Limited. Okay, I select the BP, and here, for example, I type Eurostar only, so it will come as the Eurostar. Okay, and here, let's example the one which is come with, it will give me the invoice number is 20250072. So I selected the invoice, this one. Okay. So all the which are the open invoice, that only give me the list of all the invoices. Okay. Now I'll select, for example, the another transaction, which is the next transaction, WMI. Okay. This I received 20247. I received this the down payment. Okay. So for this transaction, I'll select the down payment transaction. So this is for JSWMI Steel Service Limited. Okay, and here, if I go to the invoice, if you can see, I have two transactions. One is invoice and one is the down payment. So I receive against the down payment. So I'll select the down payment 2408, 2425018, which is my down payment invoice number. Okay. Now I'll select, for example, the next one, which is the Champion Commercial. And this one, I'll not select any transaction here. I'll just select, for example, customer here, which is the Champion Commercial. Okay. And I'm not select here because I will not select the document here, because sometimes we receive the advance payment from the customer, right? Or we'll send the advance to the supplier as well. And so we'll create the on account against the customer on account incoming payment entry or outgoing payment entry. That also the scenario in the day-to-day life, right? So I'll not select in any transaction against this activity. Okay. Now, for example, now I go to the line number 28, where I paid to the SAP. Okay, which is the line number 28 that I paid to the SAP, which is in the debit column. So I'll, for example, select the BP. Then I'll say I paid to SAP India. Okay. So I'll select the supplier, which is my SAP India. And here I'll select the invoice number, which is 10565.44, which is the amount. And my invoice document number is 250020. Okay. Then the next one, I paid to the Lux Tires. Okay. Which is also the purchase invoice on my database on my SAP Business One. So I'll select the BP. I'll select for example, I just put LA, so it will give me all the option. So I'll select the Lux Tires, and here I'll select the is the invoice number 250019197119, which is the amount. The next one, the line number 30, again, I paid to the SAP. Okay. But here I paid against the down payment. Okay. So I'll select the supplier, which is the SAP India. And here I will select the down payment invoice number is 252600118262.7.5. So this is the transaction I selected for the posting. So if you want to see that how many transactions you have selected ready for posting, you can also filter it out that I want to see only those transactions which I selected and which the status is ready for posting. For example, this one. So it will give me all the list which I selected. Okay. Now I want to post this one. Okay. I'll say continue. Yes. It will take a few seconds to create all the entries in SAP Business One. It will automatically identify that based on the credit, based on the invoice number which you selected, and create the entries into the SAP Business One. And once, if you can see, I received the message that payment process successfully. And you can also filter it out that how many is success. So if you can see, the status has been changed from ready for posting to success. Okay. So now if I go to the SAP Business One. Okay. So for example, I'll go to the payment entry. Go one by one. So for example, first one, we selected the SH Pitker Ortho Tools where the amount is 8536, which I received from this customer. Okay. The date is 18th April 2024. This is my reference number. Okay. So if you can see, the posting date is also 18th April 2024, which is the same as the statement date. You can see the reference number as well in the reference column. And if you can see the general remarks, okay. Just it's the same as this one in the description of the statement. The same has been copied in the general remarks as well for the identification. Okay. And if I see the journal entry here, it is 85363, which I received from the customer. And if you can see, I received 0.62 as the overpayment from customer because my invoice amount is 8536.38. So I received 0.62 as the overpayment. This is the currency setup that I'll show you. Also, I will open the invoice. If you can see, my invoice amount is 8536.38 and invoice has been closed. Okay. And this is the currency setup that if I receive or if I send the outgoing payment within some range, so it will go to the overpayment or underpayment. So if you can see this, that for against INR, I said that incoming amount difference 2 rupees allow. Okay. So if I receive the overpayment within 2 rupees from the customer, then it will go to the overpayment account. And if I send within if I receive underpayment from within 2 rupees range, then it will go to the underpayment account. It is applicable for both incoming and outgoing payment. Okay. So then we will go to the next one, which is the champion commercial, where I selected the statement amount is 2080 and invoice number is 2025001. Okay. And here the invoice, if you can see, you can also see from here, the invoice amount is 2000 rupees. This is the same invoice. Okay. So also the general remarks also copied from statement to here. Reference number also copied. So 2000 rupees. This is my invoice amount. Okay. And if I open the invoice, it's the 2000 rupees. Invoice has been closed, but I received 2080. So by default, 80 rupees will go into the payment on account. If you can see here, because it's out of range now. I received more than 2 rupees from the customer. So it will go to the 80 rupees, go to the payment on account. Okay. So next one, the third transaction which we created for the outgoing payment that this is for GST paid 47,141. Okay, so if I go to the outgoing payment, yeah, you can see the high GST paid. The document remarks is the same as the my description in the statement. Also, the reference number is the 000. So if you can see the reference number as well, 000, and it is created for 40,101. So payment means, if you see the payment means as well, it also selected the HDFC Bank because we selected the HDFC Bank for all the transaction. And now, for example, next one, which is the again is the we paid is for the SBI Pay. Okay, that time we selected the professional tax. Okay, it's the GL account, and document remarks is the same SBI Pay, and you can also see here as well in the web that which GL or which customer or supplier you selected against each transaction in web. Okay, and next one which I receive as the interest from the bank 11,321. Okay, so if I go to the incoming payment, because I received the payment from the bank as the interest, so the next transaction, which is the interest on income, and is the same as the remarks, is the same as the description, and the same reference number 11,321.05. It's the same one. Same for example, next one is the Eurostar, where this is the next transaction. Eurostar invoice number is 20250072, which I selected. It's the same invoice number here. If I open the invoice has been closed, and also if you can see everything is copied. The next one, now if you see the next one, which I created, I said that just for JWMI, I created against the down payment invoice. Okay, so if you can see, it's copied here to 425018. Document type is DT, so it's the down payment. If I open this one is against the down payment request, and the down payment request also has been closed. Then next one is the champion commercial, which I said that I created against, and I'll create only the own account as a customer. I'll not create against any invoice or down payment or credit note. Okay, so if I go to the next one, if you can see the champion commercial is the customer, and payment on account, I didn't select any transaction, so it's created against payment on account for 8,100 rupees. And if you can see, is also the reference number is also customer direct payment. That also has been copied. That because I created against without any selecting any transactions. So also in the reference number is come as the customer direct payment. So now I'll go to, for example, the outgoing payment which I paid to the supplier. Okay, for example, to SAP. Yeah, so for example, this one which I created this transaction for 10,565.44 is the same amount, and it's the same. Everything has been copied from the statement, the description as well as the reference number. If you can see here in the reference number, and if I open the invoice, which is for me is the purchase invoice, so it also has been closed. The next one is the Lux tires. Okay. So yeah, the next one is the Lux tires. You can see this one. This is the 250019 is the amount. 19719 is the my description, and this is the reference number. Okay. So the description also copied, reference number also copied successfully. And if you can see the payment means also the reference number is copied. And if I open the invoice, the invoice has been closed. And next one, which we created, the outgoing payment against the down payment. That's the last one. Okay. So for example, if I select this, the last one which we created, that this is the amount 252600 invoice number, down payment number 252600118262.7.5. Okay. And this is the same. And if I open it, so invoice has been closed. So now here, this is the first time you said, you see, right? That first time I selected against each and every transaction that what is the customer type, what is the customer supplier, and against the GL, that which GL I use it against this transaction. So next time, when we upload the bank statement, this wave automatically give us the suggestion that last time you selected this customer against this similar like SS Pitker. Then for the GST as well, that the last time you selected the GL for this GST bank reference number. So you selected this GST paid. So next time it will give you the suggestions. So for example, I'll select, for example, the next one, which I'll upload is the May 2024, because today I'll see it. It will take few seconds to read all the data from the PDF file. And if in meantime, I'll open the PDF for you as well, which is I selected as the May 2024. So this is the bank statement which I just uploaded now. Okay. Which is for May 2024. Earlier I have used April 2024. So if you can see in the, for example, this one transaction, line number 5, where in the April 2024, I said I received the interest on it from the bank with the similar transaction. So for example, I'll show you the April 2024 as well, where I selected this transaction, SWCR. This is the one we selected, correct, in the April 2024. So in the May 2025, if you see, it's the same description. Now the wave is suggested me that last time we selected the GL, this is the interest income you selected, you just select now. So it's ready for, so again, you don't have to select from the next time that, or you don't have to remember that against this particular description, which account or which customer I selected. So it is automatically suggested me that last time you selected this against this transaction, you selected the type as the GL and the GL account as the interest on income. So it will suggest me for customer, for supplier, for GL, for both, like incoming and outgoing, for both. So this is the features that also has been added. So only one time, whenever you upload the first time or second time, from then next time it will suggest you that last time or previous time which GL, which customer you selected. So it is the features for you as well, for each and every account person as well. So yeah, so this is the bank statement processing way which I want to show you, and it's like good product for each and every organization, because as of now, each and every user is just open the bank statement, create manual incoming payment or outgoing payment in the SAP system.
Thanks, Tushar. I hope the last point was clear, that there is machine learning built into this particular wave. The more you use, the more it learns, and the less manual inputs have to be given over and over again. Now, I think there were some questions that were coming from Prashant. So before we explain more about the commercial details of this option, I'd like to take the questions. Prashant, you had a question? Shraddha, can you please unmute people?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Shishir.
Hi.
Excellent products. Thank you for the demo. Hope
Thank
you're doing well. Just two questions. This is on the purchase order to sales order. I was wanting to understand how is taxation like GST and those things incorporated in the PO to SO, or is that something that needs to be done manually by us? And two, in our organization, the the bill to and the ship to addresses many times are different, and there are, so how are those things factored in this package as well?
Excellent. So this wave was a self-running demo which we showed. Next time we organize the webinar, we will show you this wave like the bank statement processing wave demo was done live. We will have a PO to SO wave demo live. There, you have to select the billing address and the shipping address. So in this particular wave, Tushar only selected the customer. In the new wave, you will select the customer, the billing address, and the shipping address.
Okay.
Number two, GST. So the GST configuration has been done inside SAP Business One. When you select a customer and when you select the product and when you select the delivery address, SAP Business One will know what is the GST to be applied. So that part is not AI part, it is within Business One. But you will not have to enter tax codes manually.
Okay, understood. Thanks for this.
Are there any more questions? Good. Let me give you an idea of the commercials.
Yeah.
I need to share my screen now.
Vidula has raised the hand.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Sorry.
Shraddha, can you unmute Vidula, please?
Yeah, Vidula ma'am can unmute.
Is there a question?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes, Vidula,
So
hi.
good afternoon. Hi.
Good
So
afternoon.
just I have a question. What are the prerequisites if we want to get with this wave for bank reconciliation? So any patch level prerequisite is there or any setup prerequisite is there?
Yeah. So for the patch level, it should be SAP BN version 10.2305 or higher.
Okay. And then the existing bank setup and all will be means there are no big changes for that, correct?
No. We don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to edit or configure anything on the SAP Business One. Like the UDF, nothing is there. It's all our standard.
Okay, fine. Thanks, Tushar.
Things has been.
Tushar, can I do the commercials now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I'll share my screen.
One more. Mr. Mohammed Khan, can you please?
Is there a question again coming?
Yeah. Shraddha, can you please unmute Mr. Mohammed Noman Khan?
He can unmute himself. I've given
Okay.
privilege to them.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Mohammed, you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Assalamu alaikum everyone.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है ठीक से मोहम्मद. I can't hear you at all. Can we take that later, Tushar? Can we continue? Mohammed, we'll come back to you in a minute.
Yes, sir, we can go ahead.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I hope you answered the question on prerequisites to Vibula on the SAP version number. Nothing needs to be installed at your end at all. There is a hosting price for these waves. That price is a per user price where the selected waves by you will be hosted. The offering is for a minimum of 3 users at 30 euros per month. So this is the price of hosting the waves. You can host 100 waves, any number of waves. The price doesn't change. The price is a function of number of users. It's an annual contract. The price includes the infrastructure for hosting and support, and the billing is quarterly in advance. Once you have subscribed to this hosting platforms, you are now ready to select the waves and start using. On the wave side, minimum 1 user is required. Again, annual contract. The price includes the wave and the support for the wave. Same billing quarterly in advance. And the options are, you can subscribe to 5 users for euro 200 per month, and you can select up to a maximum of 50 waves from the wave factory. One of them could be PO to SO, one can be email to quotation, one can be bank statement processing, whatever. The list of waves will be shared. Tushar, you need to put down the URL from where people can access the list of waves. Plus, of course, Shraddha will be sharing this presentation with you, so you will see what the waves are. But on the website, you will get more details on each wave in terms of a write-up. Some of the waves will actually have a self-running demo as well. So that will help you select the waves that suit you. One option is this. However, if you are very focused on a small set of waves only, then you can buy them individually. So you can buy, let's say the bank statement processing is 40 euros per user per month. PO to SO is 20 euros per user per month. So if you're clear that you don't want a whole lot of waves and only a small number of one, then you can pick wave by wave. The lowest cost of a wave is 20 euros a month. Some of them will be more expensive, like the bank statement processing, because obviously it's a very advanced wave. Probably one of the most advanced ones on the wave factory. And this is a special offer. We are looking for our first customer. So the first 2 customers will get the bank statement processing and the PO to SO wave, all implementation free. Honestly speaking, to tell you the truth, we don't know how long it will take to implement. It could be a couple of days, it could be a couple of weeks. But that doesn't matter. Whatever time it takes, it's on us. So that's the commercial offer. There's nothing else to talk about. This is the list of waves which you will receive from Shraddha in the form of an email of this particular presentation, and also a recording of today's webinar. Any questions, or can we close?
1 minute. Oh, Mr. Mohammed, you can ask the question now. Yeah, Mr. Mohammed, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, Madhab, we can hear you. Walaikum assalam.
Okay. My question is that if there is any extension or any webinar will be conducted on the SO or PO or PR like this module.
Yeah, we will be conducting more webinars on AI. In fact, I imagine most of the webinars going forward from Inecom will revolve around BoyMIT and MyWave. There will be another webinar for sure on the PO to SO wave, where you will get the option to select the billing address and the shipping address. And by the way, that particular wave will also support the business partner catalog. So whatever has been shown to you on this demo, the live demo will be an advanced version of that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Where are you from, Mohammed? I don't think we have met before.
Yes, I'm from Pakistan, basically.
Oh, okay. No, which company is it?
Spirit Oil and Gas.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay. Right. Great. Gentlemen, ladies, any more questions or shall we close? I still see 48 people in the meeting, Tushar. So,
good afternoon, sir. Hello.
Hi, who's it? Who's it?
Hello. It's Ruhul.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any trial period before subscription?
Trial for the bank statement processing?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have any trial option. See, the entry barriers have been kept very, very low priced for these waves. If you look at waves from SAP for Business One, they are priced multiple times more. So unfortunately, no, we don't have a trial option.
Thank you.
There's still 47, 46 people in the meeting. Are we getting a question or shall we close? Tushar?
Yeah, so
Sagar?
no, I think it's
Sagar has
also
been another very strong person in the development of this particular wave. Essentially, Sagar and Tushar were the two men who handled the project for the last 9 months with the help, of course, the MyWave team. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you very much. Bye for now. We'll close. Shraddha, we can close now.
Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.